Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. This is Game 2 between the Cubs and White Sox on the south side on this beautiful Saturday here at Chicago. Not at Wrigley Field, but at the Great, rather. And for Game 2, the Cubs are going to send Brandon Woodruff out to the mound. For start number 27, he has a 7-8 record with a 3.80 ERA and a 1.25 whip. The Cubs lineup will be Horner, Correa, Rizzo, Santana, Harper, Bryant, Amaya, Estrada doing the DHing, and Malik Smith batting ninth and playing center field, as we still do not have an update on the status of Trent Grisham. Connor Pilkington is going to be making the start for the White Sox. He's making appearance number 6 with a 3-2 record. He has a 4.50 ERA and a 1.32 whip. The White Sox lineup will be Peraza, Vaughn, Moncada, Robert, Jimenez, Mazzara, Abreu, Anderson, and Nick Quifo doing the catching. It is 69 degrees, wind blowing in from right at 10 mph. Hopefully we have a little drier game, as it rained almost the whole first game of this doubleheader. As the White Sox take the field, we see that the rain has stopped and Nico Hoerner is stepping up to the plate for the Cubs. Pilkington on the mound for the White Sox, working with a full count to Nico Hoerner. The White Sox taking the first game of this doubleheader. The Cubs looking to even things up here in the night match. So Pilkington on the mound, looking for the sign. Here comes the full count delivery. And there's a ball. So a leadoff walk as the Cubs have a base runner here in the top of the first inning. Correa now the batter, runner on first, nobody out. Correa is going to be swinging away at the first pitch. That is strike one. A foul ball. Now we're going to try to steal second, see what happens here. Here comes the pitch. That is low, and Hoerner holds it first. So 1-1 is the count. Here comes the delivery. A fastball for ball 2, that was low. Try to steal second again right here, see what happens. That's a ball. It was trapped by the catcher, but Hoerner misses the fact that the catcher misplayed it, and he holds it first. So now with a 3-1 count, Correa waiting for the pitch. Here it comes. Low for ball 4, so the Cubs have the first 2 runners on base here in the top of the first inning. Rizzo now the batter. 2 men on, nobody out. Here comes the first pitch to Anthony Rizzo. And it's driven in the air to deep center field. However, there's going to be room. The center fielder going back. He makes the play for out number 1. The runners are not able to tag up in advance. And now Danny Santana is the batter. He came just a few feet away from tying up the ball game in the 9th inning of the first game of this doubleheader. Santana now facing Pilkington with 1 out, 2 men on. Here comes the first pitch. Outside. That was a curveball for ball 1. Let's swing away at this pitch, see what happens. There was a fastball for strike 1 on the inside corner. Now we're going to do the double steal. Let's see if we can pull this off. Outside, the runners go. The throw goes down to third, and both runners are safe. So Hoerner now has 26 stolen bases, and Correa has 4 on the season. Pilkington now facing Santana with 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Full count. Here's the pitch. Santana pops it up down the right field line. That is not going to get the job done. In foul territory, the second baseman makes the play for the second out of the inning. Harper now the batter. 2 outs, 2 men on. Pilkington facing Harper with a 1-1 count. And Harper grounds it weakly back toward the mound. The pitcher has it. He throws to first, and Harper beats it out on a hustling play. The run scores, and the Cubs take the 1-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. Bryce Harper, with a rare display of speed, hustling down the line and getting the RBI for his trouble. So now Kris Bryant's the batter with 2 outs and runners on the corners. Pilkington facing Bryant with a 2-2 count. And Bryant swings and misses to end the inning. So the Cubs score. They strand 2. We go to the bottom of the first of a 1-0 ball game. Peraza facing Woodruff here in the bottom of the first. 1-2 is the count. Woodruff with the delivery. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Woodruff has the slider as he gets that down and in for strike three. First out of the inning. Vaughn now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2 balls the count. Here comes the pitch to Vaughn, and he pops it up. The shortstop Correa calls for it. He calls off Bryant and makes the catch for out number 2. Moncada now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Woodruff working with a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch to Moncada, and it's a grounder toward third. It gets by Bryant down into the corner. Santana chasing. He gets it back into the cutoff man, but that's going to be a 2-out double for Yoan Moncada. So the White Sox, with the tying run in scoring position, now send Luis Robert up to the plate. 2 outs, 1 man on. 2-2 is the count. Woodruff looking for the sign. Here's the delivery. And it's strike 3, and that is the end of the inning. So Woodruff gets the strikeout, and the inning is over. The White Sox strand a runner. They do not score. Going to the top of the second of a 1-0 ball game. Amaya faces Pilkington here in the top of the second inning. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch to Miguel Amaya, and he lines that one to the gap in left center field. Miguel Amaya rounding first, heading for extra bases, as he is going to have a leadoff double here in the second inning. Miguel Amaya with a stand-up double, and that will bring up Estrada with nobody out in the top of the second. 2-2 is the count, and Estrada drives it in the air to left field, deep, and it's going to clear the wall. The Cubs have a 3-0 lead here in the second inning. Thairo Estrada 394 feet into the left field bleachers, and the Cubs with the 3-run lead. Thairo Estrada hit his 6th home run of the season. Next up is Malik Smith. 2 runs already in. Smith facing Pilkington with a 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch. There's a liner over the second, right at the second baseman. I thought that was going to get into right field, but Smith had a good swing, but he is out for the first out of the inning. Horner now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch to Nico Horner. He swings and misses for strike 3. That's out number 2. That slider certainly fooled him. So Correa now's the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Pilkington working. Here's the pitch to Correa. He grounds it towards second. The throw goes over to first, and the inning is over. So the Cubs score twice on the Estrada home run. We go to the bottom of the second of a 3-0 ball game. Woodruff facing Jimenez to lead off the bottom of the second for the White Sox. 1 ball count. Here comes the pitch. Grounded toward first. Rizzo has it. He steps on the base, and that is out number 1. Mazzara now batting. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Nomar Mazzara standing in from the left side. There's a liner into left. Chasing a sliding play by Santana. Nice catch for the second out of the inning. And now Abreu's the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Woodruff with the delivery. And a pop-up down the left field line. Santana has plenty of time to get to this one. He puts it away and the inning is over. So the Cubs retire the White Sox in order. We go to the top of the third of a 3-0 ball game. Rizzo facing Pilkington here in the top of the third to lead off for the Cubs. 2-2 count. And Rizzo chases one outside the zone. The shortstop has it. He does not throw over to first, however. That was a slow roller that got past the mound, and Rizzo beats it out for another infield single. That's the second of the game for the Cubs. Danny Santana now's the batter. Runner on first, nobody out. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch to Santana. He grounds that one to first. They step on the base and then throw to second. So the tag play at second does not happen, as Rizzo slides in safely. Santana is out at first on the force, and now Harper's the batter with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Cubs looking to add to this 3-0 lead. Here's the 3-0 count, and the pitch to Harper. Low and away for ball 4. Harper draws the walk. So now the Cubs, with their 2 slowest base runners on base, bring Chris Bryant up to the plate. With 1 out, 2 men on. Pilkington facing Bryant. 3-1 is the count. Here's the delivery. Low for ball 4. The bases are now loaded. We might actually have the 3 slowest base runners on base at the same time. And now Miguel Amaya comes up to the plate with the bases loaded, 1 out in the top of the third inning. Pilkington facing Amaya. 1 ball's the count. And it gets away. That's going to roll all the way to the backstop. The run is going to score. So the Cubs now with a 4-0 lead off of the wild pitch as all the runners advance. And Amaya now facing Pilkington with second and third and one out. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that is inside for ball 4. That is another walk. 5 now issued by the White Sox starter. And Estrada comes up next. He hit a home run his last time up. He's facing Pilkington with the bases loaded, one out, top of the third inning. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the delivery. Grounded toward first. The throw goes to second. There's no relay back to first, however. So the run scores. And Bryant advances to third. The Cubs now have a 5-0 lead here in the top of the third inning. And now Cody Hewer is going to come out of the White Sox bullpen to relieve Pilkington. The Cubs are up 5-0. Hewer has thrown 90 and 2/3 innings, walked 20, struck out 73 with a 3.87 ERA. He's going to face Malik Smith with 2 outs and runners in the corners in the top of the third inning. 1-1 is the count. The righty Hewer facing the lefty Malik Smith, and there's a grounder up the middle. Shortstop has it. He wins the foot race to second to end the inning. So the Cubs score twice. They strand 2. We go to the bottom of the third of a 5-0 ball game. Woodruff facing Anderson here in the bottom of the third with a 2-ball count. Woodruff delivers the pitch. Grounded towards second. Horner over to Rizzo for the first out of the inning. Quifo now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 2 strikes the count. Woodruff with the delivery, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That is out number 2. So Peraza now batting with 2 outs and nobody on. Woodruff working with a 2-strike count. Here comes the pitch. Lined into center field, that'll be a base hit. That was a 2-strike fastball, it looked like, and a 2-strike sinker that didn't really sink, I suppose. So now, with a runner on first, 2 outs, Vaughn is the batter for the White Sox. 2-1 is the count. Woodruff delivers. There's a liner into the right field corner. That is going to be extra bases. Harper getting it. He throws the cutoff man. The throw goes to second as the runners hold at second and third. And now, Woodruff has a little bit of a jam to work his way out of. There's 2 men on, 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. Moncada the batter. Woodruff facing the switch-hitting Moncada here in the bottom of the third inning. 2 strikes the count. Here's the delivery, and he hits him. Woodruff hits Moncada, which loads the bases, and that is going to bring up the always dangerous Luis Robert. Here in the bottom of the third inning, 2 outs, bases loaded, Cubs up by 5. I suppose the bright side is that even in the absolute worst case scenario, this at-bat will end with the Cubs still ahead by 1. So Woodruff facing Robert, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Driven in the air to deep right field. That is going to be a grand slam home run into the right field bullpen. So the Cubs give up the home run to Robert. It is now a 5-4 ball game, 367 feet into the right field's bullpen. And that ball is just going to be picked up by one of the Cub relievers, and they're going to start warming up. That is going to be Brent Suter. He's going to warm up in the bullpen for the Cubs in the event that Woodruff cannot escape this inning. We're going to visit the mound. Woodruff says no worries. I guess no worries because we're still ahead. I don't know. I don't get it. Jimenez facing Woodruff with 2 outs and nobody on. Here comes the first pitch from Brandon Woodruff. And Jimenez grounds it to first. So after getting the first 2 outs, Woodruff allows 4 runs to score, and the Cubs take a 1-run lead into the top of the fourth inning. Horner leading off against Hewer here in the top of the fourth. Full count. Here comes the delivery. And Horner takes ball 4, so he heads down to first with a leadoff walk. Correa now the batter with a runner on first, nobody out. And Horner's going to be trying to steal second on the first pitch. Let's see what happens. That is a fastball. Horner holds as strike 1 is delivered. Correa swinging away with a 1-strike count. And he hits a foul ball. That's strike 2. So now with a fastball, let's see if they waste a pitch here. Stealing second. Here comes the delivery. It's low and away for ball. So a 1-2 count. Horner, I feel like, was about halfway down to second, and he turned around and headed back. So 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. And Correa swings and misses for strike 3. That is out number 1. Rizzo now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. Here comes the first pitch. Rizzo drives it in the air to center field. He is going to be retired for the 2nd out of the inning. It looked good coming off the bat. Santana now the batter with 2 outs and 1 man on. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Santana watches strike 3 go by on the outside corner. So the Cubs are held scoreless for the first time in an inning this game. We go to the bottom of the 4th. The Cubs still up by 1. Woodruff facing Mazzara to lead off the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-1 is the count. Woodruff with the delivery. And he hits him with a pitch. So that is going to put the tying run on base. And now... oh, we got to go to substitutions. That's why. Suter definitely needs to be warmed up. We're going to visit the mound. Suter's still warming up. Abreu's the batter. Nobody out, runner on first, bottom of the 4th inning. 2 balls is the count. Woodruff delivers. There's a grounder toward first. The throw goes to second. There's no relay back to first, however, as the double play is broken up. So 1 out now on the fielder's choice. Runner still on first. Anderson is the batter. Suter is warmed up and ready. So Woodruff is going to get one more chance. If he can induce a double play ground ball and get out of this inning, we're going to let Woodruff see if he can get out of this. Here comes the 1-ball count and the pitch. And there's a grounder to third. Bryant has it. He throws to second. There's no relay to first, however. So now there's 2 outs and the runner on first. And the number 9 batter, Quifo, coming up for the White Sox. So Woodruff will face Quifo with 2 outs and 1 man on. And yeah, I know I'm giving him another batter. But quite frankly, Quifo is 18 for 106 with 4 home runs on the season. And if Woodruff can get this guy out, then I guess more power to him. Here's the 1-ball count and the pitch. And there's the throw down to second. Oh, and it gets into center field. So the runner advances all the way to third. And now the tying run is 90 feet away. Quifo facing Woodruff. That was a bad throw from Amaya that got into center field trying to throw out the runner. Woodruff still working, trying to get out of this inning. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Woodruff delivers. Strike 3 called at the knees, and the inning is over. So the White Sox strand the tying run. We go to the top of the 5th of a 5-4 ball game. Harper leading off the Cubs in the top of the 5th inning. Hewer facing Harper. 2 strikes the count. Here comes the pitch. And a check swing for strike 3. That is out number 1. Bryant now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Hewer facing Bryant with a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch. Bryant grounds it to third. The throw goes over to first, and that's out number 2. And now... oh, I keep forgetting. I have to actually go to substitutions. Make sure that Suter is actually ready to come in the next half inning. So Suter is warming up. Amaya facing Hewer with 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the 5th inning. 1 strike is the count. Here comes the pitch. Lined into center field. That'll be a 2-out single. So the Cubs with some life here in the 5th inning with a base runner. And Estrada the next batter. 2 outs, 1 man on top of the 5th. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch to Estrada. He lines that one into center field for another base hit. Amaya rounding second, heading for third. The throw goes to third. Amaya slides in safely. So the Cubs with runners on the corners with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning, and that'll bring up Malik Smith. And now, a man that Cub fans are certainly familiar with, Jeremy Jeffress, comes into the game for the White Sox. He has thrown 61 in the 3rd innings, walked 23, struck out 58 with a 3.82 ERA. Jeffress faces Malik Smith with 2 outs and the runners on the corners here in the top of the 5th inning. Cubs up by 1, looking for more. Jeffress with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch to Malik Smith. Jeffress looking for the sign. Here's the delivery. And Smith drives into center field, but that is going to be caught to end the inning. So the Cubs strand 2, they do not score. We're going to the bottom of the 5th of a 5-4 ball game. And now Suter is going to be brought in to face the top of the White Sox lineup in the bottom of the 5th inning. Woodruff's day is over. Suter has thrown 112 innings. He has an 8-4 record, 15 walks, 92 strikeouts, and a 3.54 ERA. Suter will face Peraza to lead off for the White Sox in the bottom of the 5th. 1 strike count. Suter looking for the sign. Here comes the delivery. And a grounder towards second. Horner has it. He throws to first for out number 1. Suter now facing Vaughn with 1 out, nobody on. Vaughn 1 for 2 today. Waiting for the full count delivery. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 4. So Suter issues the walk with 1 out, putting the tying run on base, and that'll bring up Moncada. He's 1 for 1 today. With 1 out, 1 man on. Suter working with a full count. Here's the pitch. Driven in the air. Right center field. Malik Smith is going to have room near the warning track. He makes the catch for out number 2. Next up is Robert. He hit the grand slam home run in the 3rd inning that allowed the White Sox to get back in this ball game. Suter facing Robert with 2 outs and a runner on first here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2 count. Suter with the delivery. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with the breaking ball to end the inning. So the White Sox strand a runner. They do not score. We're going to the top of the 6th of a 5-4 ball game. Horner facing Jeffress here in the top of the 6th inning. Horner 0 for 1 today, waiting for the 1-1 pitch. And Horner grounds it to second. His counterpart picks it up, throws it over to first for out number 1. Correa now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Correa waiting for the 1-2 pitch. Here's the delivery. Popped up to center field. Coming in is the center fielder. He shades a little toward left center, makes the catch for out number 2. Rizzo now batting with 2 outs and nobody on. Full count pitch to Anthony Rizzo, and he pops it up to center. Center fielder again coming in, this time more straight away behind second base, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. As they're retired in order, we go to the bottom of the 6th of a 5-4 ball game. Suter facing Eloy Jimenez to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. Suter working with a 2-1 count. Here comes the pitch to Eloy Jimenez. And it's grounded toward short. Correa has it. He throws to first, that is out number 1. Lorenzen now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch to Michael Lorenzen. And a grounder toward short, charging is Correa. He throws over to first for out number 2. Abreu now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Suter facing Abreu with a 2-2 count. Here comes the delivery. Swing and a miss for strike 3. The ball rolls away. The throw goes down to first, and the strikeout is recorded to end the inning. So the White Sox retired in order. We're going to the top of the 7th of a 5-4 ball game. And now we're going to go ahead and warm up Joe Jimenez to pitch in the 7th inning. Jimenez will be coming in to face the 8-9-1 batters in the White Sox lineup in the bottom of the 7th. Santana leading off the Cubs here in the top of the 7th inning. Switch hitting Santana, who's 0 for 3 today, stepping in from the left side against the righty Jeffress. Here's a full count pitch. Jeffress delivering to Santana. Strike 3 called at the knees, and that is out number 1. Santana is not happy as he's shaking his head going back to the dugout. Now Bryce Harper's the batter with 1 out, nobody on. Jeffress facing Harper with a full count. Here comes the pitch. Popped up left field, kind of an inside-out swing from Harper there as he pops it up the opposite field, and it's caught for out number 2. Bryant now the batter, and he is going to face Evan Marshall. Evan Marshall coming in out of the bullpen with 17 1/3 innings under his belt, 5 walks, 12 strikeouts, and a 3.12 ERA. Marshall facing Bryant with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Here is the pitch to Chris Bryant. Marshall with the delivery. Grounded toward third. Bryant's counterpart picks it up, throwing over to first. A strong throw retires Chris to end the inning. So the Cubs retired in order. We go to the bottom of the 7th of a 5-4 ball game. And now Joe Jimenez will be brought into this game. And he will face Anderson, Quifo, and the top of the White Sox lineup in the bottom of the 7th inning. 2-2 is the count. Joe Jimenez looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. Grounded toward third. Bryant has it. He throws over to first, and that is out number 1. Quifo now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Jimenez working. 2-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Driven in the air, left center field. That is going to leave the ballpark. We have a tie ball game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-5. 397 feet into the left center field stands, and that ball got out of here in a hurry. So now we have a brand new ball game as Joe Jimenez allows the solo home run to tie up the game. Peraza now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Liam Hendricks is going to be warmed up. Jimenez facing Peraza with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. And it's a liner into right field. There's another base hit. So a 1-out single as the White Sox now have the go-ahead run on base. Vaughn now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Jimenez working. First pitch to Vaughn. Here it comes. And he hits him with the pitch. So now 2 men are on base. The go-ahead run is in scoring position with 1 out at the bottom of the 7th. We need to visit the mound. And Liam Hendricks is still warming up because apparently that's all he really does. Hendricks facing Jimenez. Jimenez facing Moncada with 1 out and the runners on first and second. We're going to throw to second for the pickoff play. Let's see what we can make happen. The throw goes to second, and he's back safely. And now Liam Hendricks is ready. So Hendricks will be brought in to face Moncada here in the bottom of the 7th inning with 1 out and 2 men on. Hendricks coming into a critical situation trying to preserve the tie. Here's the pitch. Moncada drives it in the air to right field. That is going to leave the ballpark. So that is a 3-run home run. The White Sox now have an 8-5 lead with a 4-run rally in the bottom of the 7th inning. 373 feet. That is his 31st home run of the season. Liam Hendricks will now work to Robert with 1 out, nobody on. Full count. Hendricks with the delivery. Grounded towards second. Too bad we couldn't have that play in a pitch earlier. That is going to be the 2nd out of the inning. Jimenez now the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Hendricks working with a 1-ball count. Here comes the pitch to Eloy Jimenez. And it's grounded towards short. Correa has it. He throws over to first and the inning is over. But not before the damage is done. The White Sox rally for 4 runs in the bottom of the 7th, taking a 3-run lead in the top of the 8th inning. Amaya leading off against Marshall here in the top of the 8th. Cubs down by 3. 2 strikes is the count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is out number 1. We are going to warm up Ryan Presley to pitch in the 8th inning. Marshall facing Estrada now with 1 out, nobody on. Here comes the pitch. And there's a pop-up to center field. Coming in fast. Malik Smith makes the catch because all he does is move fast for out number 2. And now Malik Smith is actually batting because he can play center field and bat at the same time. He is that fast. No, that was actually the White Sox center fielder, Luis Robert. So Marshall facing Smith with 2 outs and nobody on. 1-1 is the count. Here's the pitch to Malik Smith. And he drives it in the air to center field. Robert going back toward the warning track. Malik Smith, I don't know if he's fast enough to catch his own ball that he hit, but we're going to the bottom of the 8th. It's an 8-5 White Sox lead. And now Ryan Presley will be brought into this game. Presley will face the 6, 7, 8 batters in the White Sox lineup in the bottom of the 8th inning. Presley faces Lorenzen. He is looking for the sign. Presley with the delivery. Here it comes. Driven in the air to left field. That is going to make it a 9-5 ball game as the Cubs bullpen continues to get torched in this ball game. A solo home run, 371 feet from Michael Lorenzen. This is now a 4-run White Sox lead. Abreu now the batter with 1 run in, nobody out. Presley working with a 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch to Abreu, and he grounds it towards short. The throw goes over to first for out number 1. Anderson now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Presley working with a 1-ball count. Here comes the pitch to Anderson, and he grounds it back toward the mound. The pitcher has it. He throws to first. That is out number 2. Quifo now batting with 2 outs and nobody on. Presley working. Here comes the pitch to Quifo. And it's driven in the air. This time Santana's going to have room deep left field. And he makes the catch to end the inning. So the White Sox score again, taking a 9-5 lead into the top of the 9th inning. Horner now batting against Marshall here in the top of the 9th, leading off for the Cubs. Cubs down by 4, looking to make some magic happen here in the top of the 9th inning. 1 ball is the count. Here's the pitch to Horner. He grounds it up the middle. Shortstop has it. A throw over to first. That is out number 1. Correa now batting. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That is out number 2. And now Anthony Rizzo comes up with 2 outs and nobody on. Marshall working with a 2-strike count. Here is the pitch to Rizzo. And he drives it in the air to center field. Robert coming in toward right center. He makes the catch and the game is over. So the White Sox win the game 9-5 and they sweep the doubleheader from the Cubs. The White Sox getting 9 runs on 8 hits with no errors. The Cubs 5 runs on 6 hits with 1 error. We see that the player of the game is Yoan Moncada. He hit a double and a home run in this ball game. His 31st home run of the season. Robert also had his 39th home run of the season. Quifo and Lorenzen also hit home runs, as the gopher ball just killed the Cubs today. So Jimenez gets the blown save and the loss. He threw 1/3 of an inning, allowed 2 hits and 3 runs, and hit a batter. So Evan Marshall actually gets the win for the White Sox in 2 1/3 innings of relief. He threw 2 1/3 innings of scoreless relief, striking out 2. So the Cubs dropped to 81-51 as the White Sox improved to 68-64. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.